Hey everyone, this is Marcus, the weather coach, back with another video, and it's officially summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. Summer kicking off on June 20th, and in the summertime, right, we like to get outside, we like to enjoy the weather, we like to maybe go to the beach or go to your community pool, or even go out for hikes and just really be out taking advantage of the warmer weather during this season. And that is the normal thing people do, but lately for parts of the US, it's been exceptionally hot. And even as I speak, they're still dealing with heat advisories and heat concerns across much of the mid-Atlantic into parts of the north and east. And earlier this week, places like Maine saw record level temperatures. So those temperatures were very extreme and a little bit ahead of where we would typically see them this time of year. And so that got me thinking, as a meteorologist, what should I encourage other meteorologists to tell viewers and people in general when it comes to hot weather? Well, one of the first things I want meteorologists to do is to take hot weather very seriously. I know it's not a severe thunderstorm, I know it's not a tornado, but heat is one of the leading causes of death, weather-related deaths, in the US every year. So heat can be very deadly, it can be dangerous, it can lead to things like heat stroke and heat stress for children and elderly and even regular adults. So again, I want you as a meteorologist, as you think about covering heat waves and intense heat, take it very seriously and know that heat can be deadly. From there, I want you to tell me, if you're on television, okay, how high the temperatures are and how high will they go, how long the heat will last. Providing that information gives people an understanding of how long they'll have to deal with that heat, whether it's just for a couple of days or more than that. On top of that, talk about the nighttime temperatures as well. One of the things we see when it comes to extreme heat is that it's not only hot during the daytime, but it's also very hot at night. And so that limits our chances to find relief. People typically find cooler conditions at night. They can open up the windows, maybe get some fresh air in. But if it's still hot at night, you still have that heat stress on your body, which can make dealing with heat waves and intense heat very difficult. So again, as a meteorologist, not only let me know that the weather is dangerous, but tell me how high the temperatures are and how high they are forecast to go, as well as how long the heat will last. Then on top of that, as a meteorologist, or what I would encourage other meteorologists to do, is talk about the health impacts that come from dealing with extreme heat. As I mentioned, excessive heat can be very harmful not only to children, but elderly adults as well, and even regular adults. And so heat can be deadly, it can be dangerous, and making sure people understand that at home can help keep them safe and help keep them aware of the weather that's headed their way or is impacting them at the moment. And then lastly, I would say give people tips on where they can go to find relief. Not everyone has air conditioning, and what we saw earlier this week in Maine, that's a prime example. A lot of areas in northern Maine, they don't really have air conditioning because they don't deal with as extreme of heat compared to other parts of the country. So where can people go to find relief if they don't have air conditioning? Well, typically larger buildings do have air conditioning systems. So if you can go to a library, if you can get to the mall, those are two great places where you can go to find relief during the daytime while they're open when a heat wave or intense heat is taking place. On top of that, you can check out things like coffee shops. Typically coffee shops and other businesses do provide air conditioning. And so if you go there, spend a couple of hours there, maybe bring a laptop, bring a book to read, doing those things can help you deal with the heat and help you survive a heat wave that lasts a couple of days or a heat wave that lasts potentially a week or more. So as we head through summer and as we think about hot weather, of course the temperatures will climb, and so we'll likely have more heat waves on the way. But if you're a meteorologist doing all those things, if you're telling people that this weather can be dangerous, if you're telling people what the forecast is and what they can expect going forward, if you're telling people where they could potentially go to find relief, if you're telling people how weather can impact them directly and their bodies directly, doing all that, I think, will provide a great service to people and not only build trust with those people, but really keep those people safe from the elements. All right, until the next video, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Marcus Walter, the weather coach. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, just have a great day.